maker, I'm a maven. I know this world is changing. Never gave in, never gave up. I'm the only thing I'm afraid of.
Hey guys, what's going on with you? I hope you guys liked that weekend freight market that I done earlier. We are, well, I'm in the door about to be unloaded, and I want to jump out here in this market with you guys and see if we can't turn some profits for Christmas. Come on. But let me tell you about this. I'm stuck on a load for 6 days. Let's see. Wednesday, I was supposed to deliver last Wednesday. So we're going to count Wednesday because I had a 4 o'clock appointment. I got here at 6. So that's still another 6 days. So I'm going to still count that day. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This is late Monday. 6 days I've been stuck on this load. Now let me tell you why. I was late. Ain't no way around it. I was just late. I've been late on 2 loads, like really late. On 2 loads, and both of them were from last week's running. First load was from that storm I got caught in the week prior, Thursday, Friday, up in Virginia, heading up to Pennsylvania. I had to shut down early with that one, so I was late on that load. I wasn't too bad, about 2.5 hours. And with the weather being a reason, it wasn't that bad. I ain't feel bad about it. This one I ain't really feel bad about either. But before I get into that, let me tell you guys what I just added to my channel. I just added something cool to my channel. A lot of people's always asking me about the CB radio. They're asking me book. They're asking me all kinds of recommendations. So I branched out and started an Amazon store. So in the description, check out my Amazon store. Anything that I use or recommend is going to be there, and it's in the early stages. It's still a baby, but I'm going to continue to add stuff and add things down there. So when you think, I wonder what MakeCents uses, I wonder what radio he uses, I wonder what boots he wears, I wonder what shades every damn thing, check that. It's going to be in the description. It's going to be my Amazon store. It's amazon.com/shop/MakeCents. Booyah. But anyway, yeah, let me tell you about this load. I don't know where, squirrel went left field right there on you. But this load I picked up, and like I said, I don't feel bad about it because last Wednesday I picked this load up. Actually, I picked it up Tuesday night and made it as far as I could in my 14 hours. And I shut down in Kentucky, eastbound, southbound, coming this way. At the scale house, and that's as far as I could make it on my 14. I got up that morning at 9:30. I think it's 9 o'clock, and I was on the road at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I had a 4 o'clock delivery, and I only had, it was 8 o'clock. I was up and rolling at 8. I had a 4 o'clock appointment because I remember I had plenty of time to run 300 miles. It's like 330, 340, but I had plenty of time to run that 300 and something miles. So I got up and I'm running. I'm hauling ass. I get to Nashville, boom. There's a backup. There's a wreck. 2 wrecks. Anyway, hour and a half at least in Nashville. Get on down towards Chattanooga. Get right there at the choo-choo. And boom, wreck. Held up another little ways. I don't know. I went around that one. I went through the woods. I jumped over on Highway 41 and went around that crap. But still, it put me out of time probably a good hour. And then I get down here to Atlanta. And boom, traffic. I mean, holiday traffic's out the wazoo. Anyway, I got here. My appointment was at 4. I got here at 6:30. 2.5 hours late. I was like, man, I feel bad. I'm never late on my loads. And this makes number 2 within like a 7-day span. Damn holidays. Anyway, I showed up. Guy was here by himself. And I mean, he was just pissed off. He's like, no, you should have been here. I said, well, dude, holiday traffic. I said, my bad. You know what I'm saying? My bad. He said, oh, I can't unload you. It's too late. He said, and if you was dropping a trailer, we could unload you. That's no big deal. But a live load and live unload, we don't do that after 4 o'clock. He said those appointments are for 3 and 4 o'clock. He said we don't do them at anything later. He said you gotta have an appointment And I said, well, what about tomorrow? He said, no, we're closed for the holidays. I said, what? Or not tomorrow, but Friday. He said, no, we're closed for the holiday. I said, when am I going to be able to get this load off? He said, probably going to be Monday. So what I done, I said, all right, cool. I'm 120 miles away from home. We're going home for the holidays. You know what I'm saying? Just like anybody else would do that has the pull. They're going to take their little happy ass home. So that's what I done. I went home, enjoyed myself, had an amazing time off at home with the family with Thanksgiving. I even had enough time to build that storefront on Amazon that I shared with you guys. So go check it out. I worked real hard on that. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I had enough time to put that together and figure that out, which was pretty simple. After I got in there, I've had a seller account on Amazon for years, so it was pretty easy to set up coming from a seller's account. But anyway, I went home and enjoyed myself. Friday I got up expecting to have the broker leave me a message or an email or call me during the day and set me an appointment to get this load off. No, nothing, nada. I called, I talked to him twice that day. No, maybe 3 times. Anyway, I was on the phone a couple times that day. Also, that night that they rejected me unloading. So that was 4 or 5 times right there. And then today I got up this morning and at 10 o'clock in the morning, no email, no voicemail, no nothing. So I called them. They told me to call back and check back in 30 minutes. I called back an hour later at 11 o'clock. They told me to call back and check back in 30 minutes. And then I called back in 30 minutes and called. And then I finally just went to my truck and started getting everything ready because I knew I was needing to pull the trigger and start going. So I called them again, and they said, just take the truck down there. And we're trying to reach out and get an appointment set, and we will call you when we get that. So, but go ahead and be en route to the drop-off. So that's what I've done. I get down here, walk in. Same buddy I talked to last week, old dude, he said, man, he said, you just can't come in here without an appointment. I said, listen, man. I said, I'll be honest with you. I said, I've been on the phone with this broker a good 8, 9, 10 times since I last spoke to you last week. And, dude, it ain't nothing but, they're a joke. Just being real with you, they're a joke. I said, I can't get nothing through with them. And he said, man, they're so strict around here. He said, after 3 o'clock, after 4 o'clock, that's in the cutoff for deliveries. He said, man, it's out of my hands. And I looked at him. I told him, I said, look, I understand, man. You ain't got to explain it to me. I said, I know it ain't you. I said, just like it ain't me, it's got a broker that can't get a damn appointment. I said, it's just part of it, man. I said, no worry. I said, but we need to get this thing offloaded. And he said, let me give you the email. Email these people. He said, they should be able to work you in tomorrow. I said, all right, cool. That sounds good for me. I said, I need to get this load off. I said, man, I gotta get to making money. Christmas is right around the corner. And while he's pulling up the email for me, I break out in small talk. I was like, so how'd your weekend go, man? Did you have a good Thanksgiving? And, just chopped it up a little small talk with that for a minute. And then all of a sudden something clicked in him. He said, you know what? Hold on a minute. He said, let's walk down here. We walked down the dock. He said, long story short, he said, go and I'm going to do you a solid, man. He said, let me check out what you got. Then we walked down there. And then he said, put it in the door right there. The store that I backed into right now. He said, give me about 30 minutes or so, and then I'll get you offloaded. I told him, I said, listen, man, just take your time. I said, if it's today or tonight, it's still better than tomorrow. I said, I ain't got nowhere to be. So, anyway, long story short, I've been on the load for 6 days. Ain't even pay that great. But just one bonus to all this was, I got half a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and half a Monday. Almost 6 days at the house. So, win-win for me. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. Anyways, guys, I'm going to see if I can't kick up these vlogs a little more frequent and let you guys know. Because let me tell you, there's a lot of stuff happened since last time we seen each other, like that. Booyah, baby. Or this. I finally found a shop. I want y'all to look at this right here. As we will, there's a lot of stuff that's happened. And, we'll see if I can't break you into the mix again and let you get up all in my business while we run down the road. Anyways, guys, we'll catch you in that next video. Peace.